Hey guys, welcome back to another one of those videos where I ramble on for far too long about the previous tournament. It's going to be Kharak Cup 12 this time. What a tournament this was. I thought it went really well. So, obviously we used to have tournaments that all ran like in the space of one day. Like you had to be there at the right time, play all the games, get them done with. And that was good, I think, because we got all the games done, right? But everyone had to be able to actually be there at a specific time. It was really difficult to schedule that because not everyone can do that, of course. Let's reposition the camera here a little bit. I feel like I'm getting a lot of empty space in the camera, which is never going to be used. Anyway, that's tricky. Making movies must be so hard, man. Anyway, of course, we started with Kharak Cup 11, I think, anyway, having like the Flex tournament where you could play the games whenever you wanted to, but the big problem was people just not getting them done. And then Kharak Cup 1 obviously was kind of a mess that way. And Kharak Cup 12, my theory was, if we don't allow people more time, then they'll make do with the time that's given them. In other words, the longer they have to play the games, the longer it'll take for them to play the games. So let's just have them do it now, you know what I mean? Not give them much time to get them done, and then it'll actually work out better for us. And I think it was true. We were very strict with the deadlines, so there were a couple of forfeits. Most notably, like Garmulator. Real shame, because I wanted to see him playing, of course. Catharsis' PC like died, so we can't really blame him for that, but yeah, I think it went really, really well, actually. We got almost all of the games played, and they were all really good too. And it happened pretty fast. We had to delay the deadline for the bracket. I don't want to do that again next time. In fact, I was thinking about it. My theory is that the longer you have to play the games, the longer it takes for the games to get played, right? So maybe it makes sense, actually, to just not even give people 2 weeks for the bracket. Just only give them 1 week, right? And see what happens there. Maybe they'd actually get them done even faster, but the problem is not everyone's going to be able to play during, like, the weekdays, so probably 2 weeks is still good for the bracket. Here's one thing I noticed, though. If we say that, okay, bracket games have to be done by this time, and we're still in the quarterfinals, like, what do you do then? Because if you call a forfeit on people for not showing up before that time, it feels a little unfair, but at the same time, if you wait until that deadline, you actually have like 3 games left to play, not just 1, so I probably have to set like deadlines for, this is when quarters have to be finished, this is when semis have to be finished, and this is when the finals have to be played. You know, we'll see, we'll do a thing. You probably know what game this is, by the way, but again, put down in the comments if you know which one it is. Yeah, no, I thought the tournament was really good, though, because we got, some really spicy games going in vanilla. This is probably the best finals I had ever cast. Just the whole tournament was really cool. And like I said, it happened in a timely manner, so I'm extremely happy with how Kharak Cup 12 turned out. And it's good to see that, we can have tournaments running both in the mod and in the patch. I think that's fine. I don't see any problem there. It's not like the community is getting split or something like that. Like, it's all good, in my opinion. So, those are my thoughts. Moving on to Kharak Cup 2, we're going to be introducing some more complicated seeding. The problem was that in Kharak Cup 12, we seeded people, again, based on, you know, what their placings were in Kharak Cup 1, I think, although we may have used Kharak Cup 11 for it. No, we used Kharak Cup 1. And see, that was actually kind of already a little, potential contention zone right there, right? Because, for instance, let's say Catharsis and A-Game, right? They ended up having to play each other in the quarterfinals, although Catharsis' PC broke, so he wasn't able to do that one. But the fact of the matter was, A-Game was seeded with a higher priority than Catharsis, even though in the last Kharak Cup where they had both played, Catharsis clearly had won. Right, in that he got to the upper bracket and A-Game X didn't, right? So the question is that really fair? Like, should that be happening? So we're going to do a much more complicated method of seeding for Kharak Cup 2, which is going to take into account a lot of different like tournament placings throughout both Kharak Cups and Kharak Cups, you know, and it'll take into account how long ago they were, what type of tournament was versus what type of tournament is being played right now. And that way, hopefully, it should be a lot more fair. Another thing is that, you know, we seeded semi-finalists to be in different groups from each other, but then based on what group you were in, that actually determined what seed number you were in the ladder, which is important for map picks, of course. That clearly can't work, because in that case it's kind of more based on this sort of random chance than anything else. So there were a couple of problems with it, but we've seen them now, so hopefully we should be able to get them all fixed up. What's a good angle to look at this from? I guess there's not really any action that's going to happen for a little bit here. Ooh, this is cool, isn't it? You can, like, see from across the entire crater there. You know, what'd be really cool is if, like, after a shot fired, like, you didn't hear the sound of it until, like, actually, you know, based on the speed of sound, you know, they figure out how long it would take for it to get to you. But that's probably not very important. Anyway. Those are my thoughts on Kharak Cup 12, though. Superb tournament, I think. If all the other ones run like Kharak Cup 12 did, I will be very happy. Could it have been a little bit better? Yes, in that we got Garmulator and Catharsis' series, because those would have been really, like, bangers. Perhaps the upper bracket could have gone just a little bit faster. Oh, yeah, and then seeding, of course, right? That's the thing that I was just talking about. But, I mean, really, this was, like, exactly what I want in a series, in a tournament, I think. So we're gonna move forward trying to do just the same thing, really. Tell me your thoughts. Tell me if you think it went well or not well or whatever. I think the games themselves are pretty good, by the way, because often in vanilla I have this worry that, like, they're just gonna be trash because it's vanilla. I think in Kharak Cup 11 they kind of were. Like, it was still good, but some of them were just, like, so dependent on the opener, it was really kind of sad. But I don't think Kharak Cup 12 is like that. The game that I'm showing right now, by the way, is a very good example of that, by the way. I think, you know, they could have been very bad because it was vanilla, but I don't think they were. That's basically my thoughts on that. So, anyway, tell me in the comments what you think. But I'm excited for Kharak Cup 2 starting on Monday, so hope you guys like this type of rambly video. I like making it because it's easy. But I also think it's important to talk about these things. I'll catch you guys next time.